Good evening, darlings. It's my baby stream. I'm so excited. We're playing Hooked on You. I've had this game for a while, and I've saved it specifically to play on stream. So, going in kind of blind. We'll see. MILF. I'll do. Oh. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet. Ayo. Salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? Need a minute. Or can I go on? Ellipses. Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. Oh, eternity, you catch my drift? Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, MILF, may I continue? Please, go on. Okay then, as I was interrupted by vigorous coughing every 2 minutes. As I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh. It's fine. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit, a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms and other questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. Get ahead. We'll call him Wilson. You brush the sand away from your half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Oh! There is no body, just his head as you pick it up. Flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Oh, could this be? Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, and so you deposit it. That's a nice coin you've got there. What if you were to spend it right now? I could not read that sentence for the life of me. Why not? Thanks. Why not? Dwight! Hello there, I'm Dwight. And I'm Claudette. Hey, yo. We'll take that. Claudette quickly relieves you of a gold coin and tosses it to Dwight, who bites down on it like an old-timer prospector before handing it back to her. Cringe. And this is for you. I have a glass like that. I bet remake this entire cocktail. Claudette presents you with a tropical drink. When you take a sip, you find that it's incredible. Money well spent, in your estimation. Love it, love a cheeky fruity cocktail. But I gotta ask, could somebody maybe design the next one of these dating sims to be all-inclusive? It really takes some of the fun out of the fantasy vacation. Be watching your wallet all the entire time. Yum yum. Thanks for the drink, it's quite delicious. You're welcome. Go with it, Dwight. It's normal to be thankful for a good job, trust me on this one. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer in your current situation, as you feel something soft bump into your foot. Oh, it's actual Wilson. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the stand next to you. Stay down, frozen, as a voice calls out from behind you. Right, super quick, I just noticed that the vertical camera is wrong. Oh no. What has happened hither? Well, sorry if you're watching on phone. I can't fix that. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please. You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Awooga! Oh, awooga times 2! Awooga times 3! Buffet. Oh my god. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you. Buy me a dinner first. Via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know. Not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. Oh, my camera has fallen when I was battering the table in my excitement. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once, and you're completely paralysed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up this monstrous line of, well, literal monsters. Sexy ass monsters, though. What do? Get back! You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Hunch's hands. In her fucking biceps, my god. Not bad, stranger. What are you buying? Kicking my feet like a schoolgirl. Hunch's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hands. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm perhaps? Maybe a little sweaty. That's okay, it's natural. Try hard much? Blech. They're speaking directly to you, but you can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realise that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Slightly loud. Down a little bit, there we go. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually batter volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they're looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as a little blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, MILF. You were made for this. Okay. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you just have to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You've derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. I can't do a Butch Macho Man voice, I'm afraid. I guess you're also a nitwit. Cheers. Look, it's best just to go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone that's pretty... dyslexic. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it, it's just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean, they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? That was Wraith. That Simon is done with the game too. Either that, or he saw a butterfly or something. Is he just baby? He's just gonna be like the cinnamon roll of all of them. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey MILF, you might want to, you know, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. Fuck me. This is a timed quiz and it'll be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive do you say you are? Average. I'm average, I think. Just another face in the crowd, another normal meanness of life in an endless cycle. I think you're quite cute myself, like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Invisible! Hell yeah. Invisibility. Same, although sometimes I think I already am. He's a cutie patootie, I like him. What was your best subject in school? None of the above. Absolutely none of the above. You could say amazing skipping class, haha. No, mine was art. And English. Oh, that's it. If I had ever gone to school, I'm sure I would have done great in skipping class. I prefer skipping over walking almost anyways. What's your favourite animal? Shark! Oh, that'll do. Definitely a cat. What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm a typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love of all things cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. She's me for real. What's your favourite colour? Black. That'll do. Nobody would expect me to pick this, so I'm going to say 3-day-old corpse. That's a pretty edgy answer, right? I'm pretty dangerous. I talk about corpses. No biggie. Okay, MILF, chill out. They are no good to me unless they've been frozen. You'd be surprised how quickly good meat can spoil. Or maybe you wouldn't be surprised. I'm still getting to know you. What's your dream job? Nightclub! Definitely a nightclub promoter. Everyone groans, and let's be honest, they're right to do so. Real. Luring folks into the dark. Most anyone can do that. Best flavour of ice cream. Salt caramel. That'll do. Vanilla. My favourite answer is pain! Same. Same. Mine is vanilla. It's filled with pain. Pain au chocolat. I think mint chip is the greatest flavour I've ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream. Am I right? Hold on a second, this reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. Okay. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavour of ice cream? Oh, what happens with... well... the best flavour is horseflesh. You got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you that mint chip is where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whether I want to. I'm in control. You don't forget. So don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try again. What's the best flavour of ice cream? Okay. The best flavour is mint chip. So obedient. Can I date the narrator? Is that an option? Anywho, now they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants to start getting you to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm looking like everyone. I'm nothing like anyone else. I like nice people. I loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. Buddy. I don't really hate most things either. It's just not worth my time. The thing is, I really hate you, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's best to choose just to not take part. Okay, Diva. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society, she hates that much. I mean... oh no, wait, I'm remembering. Spirit story now. That's exactly what happened. Well, there you go. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bombers get you down. There's a lot of fun behind this island, along with lots of love. Love. Yeah, there it is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow up, body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I am dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a fog. A trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, frog body! Fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. Oh, it's too fast. Don't speak for me, I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise I'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they won't show off again soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth and the way it's flaunt beneath. Ah! You're pressing stuff. But Wraith is real for that. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about a volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out right there. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. She is me for real. I fucking love the Spirit, she's great. Where do you want to go? With the Spirit. No, I'll see you up. Shit. Am I stupid? Perchance? Am I fucking stupid? My model is drinking her invisible drink, while I drink my real drink. Perfect. You obviously have a modicum of taste and good judgment. At least I hope you do. I guess we'll find out. Worst case, we'll find out how strong your bones are, how heavy you are to pick up and throw, and how fast your lifeless body sinks. Should be a pretty chill day regardless. Hold on. Just for one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. The rest are the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murder's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Ha ha ha. Hence why we shall hereforth refer to them as the survivors with a capital S. These two have worked for a long time. So very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway. I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with nervous energy. It's starting to give me the creeps. I think that's abject terror. Perhaps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you and your options wherever possible. And don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is help us get off this Dwight? Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes, something I can help you with. Those two, Claudette and Dwight, they just start to mention something about wanting to escape. Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seems like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, it's true, he was. But he just meant what he wants is to get to the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. Well, why can't I go there instead? It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm of this island, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter, mostly. I mean, I agree with them. Not like the other island. So what'll it be? That one. Yeah, Diva. Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that 4 of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everybody already knows I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, and when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island, but it turns out I'm not the first to toss those kinds of threats around on this island. So, thanks I guess, for getting it called off. Are we threatening each other again? Haha. Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when you get behind the bar to make a drink of your dreams. Ah. Ah. Hilarious, right, Dwight? Yeah, right. So what will you be having? Ooh. Why virgin? How dare. I didn't come here to party. I'm just trying to make the best of a very strange situation. I don't know, how about a daiquiri? I know how to make that. But skip the liquor, I'll have my virgin. Trap a Snickers at your choice of words. Sure you will, kid. Now then! I'm not here for slander. Don't mind him, we don't need to soak ourselves in booze just to please someone's expectations. If you ask me, there's enough spirits here already. Amazing Spirit, well done. Cheers. Besides, alcohol just names you to the painful realities of the world. I choose to face them head on. You would never do something like, I don't know, hide from it all behind the world's largest hat or anything. Please allow me to ignore your fashion advice from a man wearing a doll's mask. A doll's face is a mask. Not a doll's face, jerk. Since we've fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favour. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time! I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot in this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little... Never mind, I hate it. This sucks, but it could be fine. Whatever you see. Has anyone seen my hat? I have literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that the nerds learn their non-for sports after school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Leave the theatre kids alone. We won't take any slander. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sands beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books. Novels, comics, fiction or none. Reading is the only real escape from the escapable horror of life, the escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you. Milf, what's your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Only it has to be classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains, and also those books are in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years, so what's your favourite? Oh shit! Nah. That was a real hard pick, because as you can tell, I really like Frankenstein. If it wasn't blatantly obvious before. However, I am also a Dracula superfan, and vampires are like my whole life and have been since I was like 10 years old. So that was a real hard question. And Jacqueline Hyde's also peak. I am currently reading 1984 by George Orwell again. So if anyone would like to tell me what book you're reading, I would love to know. I love a good book. Dracula is one classic that's still scary. To be seduced by some beautiful stranger, only to learn later on they're an immortal villain. It's downright thrilling. Well, I guess what I was going to say, that despite the deviant behaviour of Dracula and the threats of possible danger or even death that he possesses, you can't help but get turned on by the liberation of the status quo that he represents. Same here. So what if some old doctor says he's a bad boy? You're supposed to reek like garlic and sleep alone? Who do they think would buy into that? If you're going to be trapped in a nightmare that is undead eternal life, which I know a little something about, you could do a lot worse than great clothes, a castle, and a lover who doesn't take shit from anyone. The scariest part of Dracula is thinking no one will ever be quite as interesting to make love as a vampire. Enough about these old stories that belong to somebody else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in a half-mask of an eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. Hell yeah. Hello! Hello, sir. What the fuck are you doing here? It's the trickster. Bruh. Trickster? Isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the only one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello. Who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, hack. I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for our game? Oh, I can't stay. I'm just saying it's a great idea, while also teasing the secret trickster ending. I've got much, much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap. Spit, that is. But let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of the public eye. Real romance-like. Yes, romance is the goal. We'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations, while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults. Romantic? Well adjusted adults. Milf, you're up. Oh, fucking, of course we are. You grip the bottle in your hand, and you put your hands in the fate of his empty bottle gods. Oh my god. Minigames consist of two parts. One on top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. On the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. They say upcoming minigame. It's a special minigame. Pick for the less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing. But no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, rage play. Oh, we don't want to repeat that. Let's go. Give it a bash. Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. Oh, Wraith. Okay, cool. You got Wraith. You two are meant to be. Psych. You have to actually spin multiple times to get the real result. First you get 3 times is your true match. That's how you play hardcore spin the bottle here on this island. Now get your spin on. 1. Huntress. Oh my fucking god, I'm getting them all of them. Trapper. Wraith again. Trapper again. Spirit, oh my fucking Christ. Huntress again. Huntress again. Let's go! I got an achievement for that. Ooh. Just this morning you were waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across a beach towel at Huntress, lust in her eyes, glistening salt on her skin. Your heart races, you can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Huntress takes you by the hand, and you sit face to face in the private section of the bar. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way she is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at an interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross her out so completely that she'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Huntress, I'm sorry, but I can't kiss you right now. What? You're relieved. Also, maybe a little hurt. It's not you. Well, it is you, but in a good way. I think you're great. Maybe too great? I don't trust easily. I'm afraid of what it might mean to connect with you so early. It's not I don't want to. I just don't think it's the right thing right now. I understand. Amazing, but also understand this. If you tell anyone I've got a soft spot, I'll break you in half, okay? I'll tell them you almost chewed my whole face off clean. Oh, I like that. Hate to break up such a passionate moment that we only assume was passionate because we'd never supply a new constantly while you stay on this island. But dinner is being served right away and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation. when there are so many more interesting things to die from. Can we die in this game? Or we just try again? Can we actually, like... Right, okay. So can we have deaths that are not from the murderers? Because I assume the murderers can kill you if they get pissed off. Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. You're expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall and a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fancy epic like you find on cable. We don't have cable in England. We have Freeview. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seats. There is very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is they don't want to sit next to certain people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Real. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. He's back! Who is that? Pokemon! Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Well yeah, they don't call him expected stuff. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers and my whole shit gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, MILF, real good. And we literally can't let the hunters and trappers sit together. No, seriously, that arm is too big and they can't fit at a table if they sit up side by side. Real. Look at this, we can't even fit every screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Nothing to do with space. Let me be able to listen to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Whoever wrote this game, I love you. Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit on the ends of their enormous, sexy arms. I just love me a bicep. I've got to be honest. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully by the love of and hate for 12 hours over a spit. Hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favourite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you'd know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy anyway? I'm not, I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat. So, like, that's technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping, let's eat. Hey, MILF, you think of what I'm thinking? It's going to be a personal split, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. Haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. When you look close at the split, you can spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving this delectable meat. I was right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all full of completely different historical eras. Secondly, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Oh, you two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Grow up! Obviously my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is. I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. I hate it when we fight, or talk, or even look each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great, instead of slicing it, we can club it to a second death. Hey MILF, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry and volunteer to call up Felix. I'm in dinner. Otherwise, let's go on for hours. No hyperbole, they once argue who had the most effective weapon for 72 hours straight. It doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, it'll take even longer to clean their weapons. All explaining the value of maintaining your souls. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus. Tetanus is a real issue. Hey, why don't you just let me carve dinner? Splendid idea, we'd hate for it to get cold. He hated it when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Oh my god! Minigames consist of 2 parts. top a point which rotates in a counterclockwise direction, and the bottom a target which you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target and you will lose. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay. I understand in theory. However, I am stupid, so let's go. Oh shit. Oh my god. Hell yeah! It only took me 3 tries. I get it now. Oh shit. I'll take that as a win. A win is a win. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. That sounds, especially coming from the serial master killers what they eat, which involves lifting their master and shoving food behind them. How nasty. Spirit Room Mal doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell, I mean... Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this a perfect night. But at least they're lifting their masks. It's only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mush stuff through there. Like a toddler in a high chair. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The 2 best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, MILF. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I'd have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. You see how deep the skull of my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. It's like in Ghostbusters, not Ghostbusters, Casper. And Ghostbusters, I guess. When they eat food and just fall out of them straight after. Ghostbusters Slimer when he's eating from the hotel, and then Casper when the uncles are ransacking the house. Between the food and the behaviour of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Look over there! Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't, that's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame, Mr. 8. Yeah, she's right, MILF, pretty lame. Own who you are, never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did, poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal. And you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull! Oh no, you just made a lot of good points. I swear. You begin to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor and guide, narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you'll pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. So yes, we can get fucking murked. Cool. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back where you were, am I right? Please don't do that. This place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague. Mysterious. I've got to give it to this ocean character. There's some quite early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It is in your best interest to make more choices that I like. Am I gonna get murked by the fucking ocean? You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feeling inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of this massive nothingness? I used to feel that way. Small, unimportant, alone. But lately I'm not so sure. I've started to feel different. I've started to actually think that maybe this island is where I might meet someone special. You look at Spirit, who has turned from the ocean to look at you while you speak on this topic she's clearly so passionate about. A friend, perhaps something more? I don't know what this island has planned for me. Ha! A friend! Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once, back before I was chopped into a bunch of tiny pieces by my father. Friends are what's keeping me held together. I'm a floating cloud of rage. Oh, I was so dumb. I was so busy trying to please everyone, to be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself, and now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny, the purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but Spirit looks around and sees there's anyone else on the beach, and she's convinced it's only you two. She continues. Quick drink. This reading's making my mouth very dry. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known. I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid, that sounds badass. Right, but I don't let it out. And then, you know, chop chop, and that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me, what's inside of you, stranger? Stranger! What are you buying? Darkness. I'd kill to have a dragon. Maybe not the best choice of words. Read the room, bro. I mean, a dragon sounds awesome. Honestly though, I don't feel like I've got anything inside of me at all, just darkness. Never-ending darkness. And here I thought Spirit was the biggest goth on the island until you arrived. Goth body, sound off. Perhaps I could light a torch and search through that darkness. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up from this strange island. Only to find it's Dwight and Claudette, sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate we'll be late. Playing sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is. That's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time's my favourite activity. It's a narrative-heavy experience! You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this stuff now, I swear I won't be angry. I'm gonna chop your head clean off. No fuss, no mess. Voice trembling, you realise this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry everyone, I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before. Even though it's taken some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true, is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald. Try and flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me. I'll snap your head off so quicker than drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Boss and Muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody names names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. My name is nobody. Nobody. We're still gonna get started on story time, so... MILF. Who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's the name. Please pick somebody quickly so this tropical validation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Huntress. I choose you, Huntress. Whoa, whoa, this entire experience has been carefully crafted to avoid IP infringement lawsuits. I've already fucked it up myself. Huntress steps up to tell her story. The campfire flickers in her faraway eyes. There is a village outside the deep and ominous redwood. No child dared step foot past the threshold of its thick trees and the brush that separated safety from the unknown. Grown men that ventured in often would never return, and the sounds that echoed out into the village were something inhuman. The women of the town told the story to the young children, hoping it would be enough to dissuade them from a curious explanation beyond the boundaries of the village. They told of a creature that lurks into the woods, half man, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful, her voice the last relic of her humanity. It lulls all who hear her into her domain, and her not precocious child nor fierce soldier can escape once you are in her clutches. Those who have seen her say she wears a mask of hair stained with blood of many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally on the skulls of many an unsuspecting hunter. The nightmare doesn't end there. For what's a hungry beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off of? It is said that the huntress, as the villagers call her, couldn't bring herself to kill the young girl she came across in the forest. Instead, they'd suffer an even worse fate. Longing for a child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded cabin to keep them safe. She'd wrap a cord tight around their necks to affix them to a wall. That way they'd be warm. That way they'd be out of harm's way. The huntress would even bring the girls presents, toys she'd pilfered from other bodies, masks she'd fastened out of things from the cottage, and little dolls made of grass and twigs. But these toys did nothing to quell the children's fear. Within days, the girls were wasted away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, the huntress would never have learned how to care for a human child. You see a tear creep down from underneath the huntress's mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing you've ever heard fills the air. Sleep, my darling tiny one, tucked within your bed so tight, else the old grey wolf will come and grab you by your side. I hope you enjoyed that wonderful rendition of Huntress's little song. There's a brief moment of silence, and you feel the need to contribute to this stirring moment. You stand up and clap once, then have to beat again, slowly building a dramatic group clap. Wraith stands next to you and claps. No one else does. You're clapping. It lacks energy. You must be tired. Huntress isn't interested in whatever you're trying to do, and walks off, bored. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit, so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves, and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all the 7 seconds before Trickster shows up, and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I'm the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in an ocean full of sardines. I don't like lobsters, so... Sorry, Trickster. Rephrase. No one can give you what I can. A headache? A migraine? You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused what to make with cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get your time to yourself to think about them just yet. Huntress approaches you. Of course you liked my story. Who wouldn't? It had everything. Cute kids, dead men, or Huntress. I find that all stories are better with the sounds of burning fire filling the air around you. All the smoke, however, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell like it. Let's rinse off all that campfire with a dip in a hot tub, shall we? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Huntress hot tub scenes. Dipping in hot tubs with the Huntress? You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her, an offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool. You're pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Before you run off, I want you to make something clear. You know that half woman, half beast I was talking about in my story? That's me. I'm her. Yeah, I got that. Figured it out pretty quickly, actually. Oh, well, I just wanted you to know, in case you thought you see I was doing what I did there, tell a story in third person, but it turns out the story is about me. Huntress's eyes leer at you from behind her mask. She's had her time in the spotlight, and is playing coy now. You chuckle awkwardly at the Huntress statement of the obvious. Why are you laughing? I can't help but giggle when I'm about to die and be falling in love. Real. How much my relationship go? You can't believe how awkward this intimidating woman seems right now. It's pretty endearing. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly, despite your steamy company. It's a little chilly and your bare shoulders must be freezing. Let's head back to the fire and move to bed, eh? We hate to intrude on whatever smooth moves are about to unveil themselves, but it's time for bed. Usually night time is when I do my best hunting, but after a day like today I'm pretty tuckered out. But I'll see you tomorrow, MILF. Only if I don't see you first. You make a cute little bow hunting motion. Huntress catches the imaginary arrow and shoots it in the teeth, then bites down hard, snapping it in half. At least you think that's what she's doing? It's kind of hard to tell. Good night, my little snack. I'm sure that wasn't a reference to actually eating you. I've got something you can eat. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Huntress' story for the first half-human beast that abducted others and innocent children. An attempt to save them that led to their doom. Are you a mistaken prisoner here on this island? Is this your salvation, or will it be your demise? Before you can dwell too much on her fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smiles stretch from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see you smile like that, lit by firelight. We must apologise for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable, or die trying. They hand over a pillow and a blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume at a minimum. I guess I'm the type you'll want to rub their beauty sleep. Oh my god. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to buzz and flicker. You examine it, and decide you might adjust the dial to fix it. Oh holy shit, See, I think that's peak, but let's change it. Ooh! Which are the badinas? Absolutely not, Trapper. Not happening. Not in this lifetime or the next. Do you think Wraith will want to? Let's ask Huntress. Huntress, are you around? I was wondering if I can get a little company. Huntress appears in an instant. You really didn't hear her coming. She's more than happy to tell you a secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. Tea! I want a cup of tea. Oh, Soviet. Shall I try and do a voice? This is gonna go horrendously. If a Soviet lullaby does not work, this special mushroom tea has always done the trick. When I'm not coating the blade of my hatchet in it to ease the passing of my victims, I'm steaming it in a piping hot mug of water. Try it. That is not happening. Why do I sound like Victor from Arcane and League? That's enough of that. You do. You finally start to feel sleepy. Except maybe this isn't a sleep feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head. This one is undeniably odd. The human body is made of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. Why am I being chastised by the ocean? You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. I am scared. Genuine shock and awe. Trapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Oh, you're awake. I'll sleep with the huntress right before bedtime. You should know, they're not what they seem. Not like me, who's obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I was checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. Since I'm here, I'd like to share 2 things with you. 1. I do not take rejection well. Colour me surprised. 2. The first thing is very important to remember. Were you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stink lines radiating from me, are you? Nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with. Ah! I pressed it again. Shit. That'll make sense if you choose to spend some time with me tomorrow. The rest of this scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if it bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier, it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest. Sleep. Maybe even sleep well if you can. Try to roll over about 15 feet to your left. Who the fuck's rolling that far when they're asleep? How big's your room to roll 15 feet? Finally alone, for real this time. Maybe. You just have to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Get Mama on the case quick. Wait a second. Where are we? Isn't this... Oh, jeez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where the contestants talk directly to the camera. Let's go, big brother. I think today went really well. There were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed, but ultimately perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win, no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say, oh, I do. Attractive, mysterious. I don't really know what other mystery words since I was raised by my mum in the woods and she said they were skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my sarafan? That being said, the other 3 should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I for will not let my guard down easy. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirits are screaming all the time. Major buzzkill and Trapper. Oof. Where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues must. Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human. I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. If I'm being honest, I just want to kill about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the people I can tolerate, I want to see suffer for a long time before I kill them. For this person, for some reason, I want to continue living for now. One false step and haha. Well, you know, everyone calls me Trapper for a reason. They better call me Trapper. I swear, if I watch this later and you call me as Evan, I'm going to catch the... What does that word mean? Chiron? Yeah, today was fun. I didn't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Well, maybe we'll just see how this goes. Or maybe they'll realise I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. Don't sell yourself short, Wraith. Come on. I've got to learn to go easy on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? Let's go. Hell yeah. I know that everyone thinks of me as beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay, those were a choice, sure. If someone were to come around and catch my heart, at least that beats getting stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm going to get bloody revenge on a society that's used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. Whoa! I live to the end of the day. 3 achievements. First day. Okay, I think I'm going to save there. And we will come back to this another day. I think I'll actually change games for a little bit. So, BRB. What am I in the mood for? I think a game of Mecha Chameleon. Oh no, it's update. No! Okay, groovy. Yippee! Groovy. Let's see if we can find some peeps. Let's have a gander, shall we? In hither. Whoa, why has it gone so small? What is happening? Yippee! Woo! Ah! Yippee! I love this guy. Wah! Wait for some hosts to join. I like a random map. Why is nobody on? That's real sad. Oh well, it is what it is. I will cut the stream short, so adios to anybody who decides to watch at a later date. I'll love you and leave you. Until next time. Bye bye.